Hurt in a car? Call our sponsor, William Matar. 844-444-4444. With a focus on motor vehicle accidents, the team at William Matar has handled thousands of cases like yours. Let them help you get the money you deserve after a motor vehicle accident. Rideshare, truck, motorcycle, car, only call William Matar. 844-444-4444. Is there a better time than when the Sabres are good? Is there a better time of life? Is there ever a better feeling that you feel when the team is making you feel things like they're making me feel right now? And I can feel it in the air with everybody else. I don't know. Maybe it's Christmas time. Maybe everybody's just spirits are sky high, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
I mean, when was the last time? When was the last time they were good, like this good around Christmas? At least consistently.
I believe it was the last winning streak. It was 2022. Do you know what winning streak that was? Do you know the last game of that losing streak? What it was? It was a pretty landmark game.
Oh man. Was it the? I don't know. I don't even want to make a guess.
It was New Year's Eve. How's that? New Year's Eve 2022. Come on. This is like an all-time. I say all-time. It was a regular season game. All New Year's Eve.
New Year's Eve.
I'm disappointed to hear this.
3 years ago? Was that against the Stars?
It was against the Boston Bruins. New Year's Eve. It was the miracle comeback.
Oh yeah, in Boston. Yeah, it would. They scored with like a minute and a half left to tie it, and then what? Tuck won it in overtime.
That's right.
Now I'm remembering.
The greatest regular season team in NHL history.
That was
Wow.
That was the sixth one of the winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
And then they faced Ottawa next.
That's right.
They faced
Gonna
Ottawa
bring that up
for the seventh.
You beat me to it.
Win.
You beat me to it.
Yep.
Man, what a 4-game stretch. New Year's Eve comeback. Sure, they lose to Ottawa, but second half of a back-to-back. Then it's the overtime win in Washington after the DeMar Hamlin incident. And then it's the overtime win against Minnesota.
I was in Florida for that game, and I was watching that in a hotel.
You are always in Florida.
Electric.
Didn't we just bring this up?
Electric.
You're always in Florida.
I like the warmth.
Like the palm trees.
And yeah, the palm trees, and someone else I live with really likes Disney World, so it's a good time.
Yep. But how about the vibes, man? 6 straight wins for this team.
Couldn't be higher.
Talk about totally resurrecting your season in one go.
It's the Yarmo effect. Since the Kevin Adams fired rumors started, which was before the Edmonton game, we have won 6 games in a row.
It's all it took to galvanize this team.
Yeah.
Was just the rumor that their GM was getting canned.
Peyton Krebs is winning the Jack Eichel trade 4 years later. That's how jazzed up he is.
That's my GOAT, dude. That's my GOAT. He gets way too much hate, and he's been playing great recently. Last night, he was unbelievable.
Luke Hughes has never beaten the
That's my
nepotism
guy.
rumors.
Did you see the replay on that goal? Like where Krebs started compared to Luke Hughes?
Yeah,
It's ridiculous how much ground he gained on him.
You think he gained ground? I feel like because Luke Hughes is coming from like the far blue line near the bench, and he had to kind of angle in. Krebs just kind of had a straight shot up the ice.
I guess it was a
Krebs
straight
started
shot,
near
but
the
like it
goal.
was
He
just
started going up when he read the play, and then just bolted and beat him.
I won't.
I don't think Hughes expected anybody to chase after it.
True. Yeah. I won't defend him for getting beat. I think Peyton Krebs just flat out outraced him either way. Just what a way to pick up your 6th win in a row.
It made me think of Zemgus Girgensons. A play like that, net pulled. Great play. First goal of the year too. Finally got it.
Can this podcast survive with a winning team? I feel like the entire time it's just.
I feel like I don't know. I feel like I don't know what to
survive?
do. I don't know what to like. What do we talk about right now?
I don't know what to do with my
This
hands
is like
right now.
this is different. This is I want to call this new ground because we have talked about a winning team before, but
True.
this is borderline new territory. If they win tomorrow, this will be new territory for us.
Yeah, it'll be the longest winning streak we've ever covered, and it'd probably be the longest since the 10-game win streak.
I believe it would be.
Whatever happened there? What happened after that?
Yeah, this is new territory. We're still 7th in the division.
But everybody's right there. There's so much more
crazy.
back in it now.
We win these
It's
next
insane.
two, we're in a really good spot, facing 2 divisional opponents. So
I think even just Saturday. I think they win. If they win, I mean that's a 4-point game. I think that's genuinely someone they're going to be chasing in the wild card race. Like that's the big one. They win that one, then they're in business. The things I would do to win tomorrow night and go into Saturday on a 7-game winning streak. Saturday night at home against the Bruins. The things I would do for that.
things I would do for a Josh Norris goal to seal it too.
You already know Dylan Cousins is scoring on the power play tomorrow. I could see it.
I think Norris is scoring too.
Imagine they
The
just have
fans-
dueling hat tricks.
The Ottawa fans are a lot more, I don't know, still positive about the player they traded away. They're still cheering for him. Can't really say that about Sabres fans much. So
Well,
he's going to
here-
get a warm reception back there.
Well,
Genuinely.
here's the
obviously.
thing. They like to take the high road about that stuff, and it's like it's not even that we wanted. It's not even that we wanted Dylan Cousins to not work out. It's just as soon as we traded him, it was like, oh, it's another instance of this player's gonna leave and he's gonna do better, and they were already chalking it up to that, and we're like, mm-mm. So then it was just a hate watch. Stupid.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
buy it
rooting
for
for
a
Dylan
second.
Cousins.
I don't buy it for a second. No. Yeah. Biggest Sabres-Senators game since when exactly?
Maybe like 20 years.
I don't know. I know it's just a regular Tuesday night game in December, but I don't know. I'd say it's been a minute. I don't think there's been a more landmark game between these two since possibly since 2007, which is a little sad to say. A little sad to say that the teams have not been relevant at the same time since then. But yeah, should be a fun one. In any case, folks, welcome back to another episode of the Sabre Report podcast. My name is Jonah. Christian's away from his mic right now, and he's JP.
Yep.
You walked away as soon as I did the intro.
Sorry, guys. I had a quick technical difficulties there. Sorry, pal. I'm Christian.
We're past that. You don't got a name now.
Yep. Folks, Jarmo Kekalainen took over as Buffalo Sabres GM 1 week ago, the night that we're recording this, and the Sabres have not lost a game since then. They are 3-0 since Kekalainen took over. As JP said, they are genuinely 6-0 since the rumors began of Kevin Adams being fired, and they are on their longest losing streak. Freudian slip. I'm just so used to saying losing streak.
You're in autopilot mode.
Yep. Their longest winning streak in 3 years since December of 2022. It was right around this time that year. This has by far been the most positive it has been surrounding this team, probably since that period, since like that year, that season, the way it ended. I mean, this is a buy-in not seen in a long time, which is it's very funny that this season has somehow gotten to this point. Think about where we were. Think about where we started. The first week of the
0-3.
season, 0-3. Norris goes down. Kesselring goes down. Kulik eventually goes down. Zucker's been in and out of the lineup. Dahlin and Tage their heads are in their asses to start the first month and a half. Luukkonen was gone at the start because of injury. The 3-goalie rotation starts. Like everybody's just hurt. Then obviously Dahlin had to leave the team at one point. Like what a mess of a season. And then you add on top of that, the whole GM situation, and it's just looking like another tire fire situation. And now here you are on December 22nd, and well, yes, they're still in 7th place in the division, like JP said. They're still they got room to climb, but all of a sudden, one hot streak, they have a season to play for again. Genuinely,
We said they'd have to get on a win streak to get back in it, and they're actually doing it. I mean, it took Kevin Adams, maybe at 5 3-game win streaks in the last few years, maybe 5. It took Yarmo 3 games to get a 3-game win streak in his tenure
Kevin
as
Adams,
Sabres GM.
Adams technically had 1 6-game winning streak, and it was 3 years into his tenure. It took Kekalainen 1 week.
Well, it's yeah. Well, no, this is like a
Kind
3-game
of, sort
win
of,
streak.
maybe. I don't
Yeah.
know. You know what I mean.
Yeah.
And I've seen some people make the case out there. They're like, "Oh, this is Kevin Adams' team," and
Well, it is.
Let me finish. He's like, people are like, "This is Kevin Adams' team. This should be his winning streak." I'm like, well, you fired him, and then they went on the winning streak. So what does that really say? As a whole,
The vibes changed.
yeah,
Locker room.
the vibes changed. It's like he was just way past his expiration date. It is what
I also
it is.
think Yarmo, with some of his statements, is kind of put in a little pressure on some of these guys. Like he was saying very early on, we've lost games that we shouldn't have. That we were getting outworked and stuff like that. And I think with how direct he's been, it's like if you're not performing, like you might be gone soon. Like show up or sit down.
And it started really the first game against Philadelphia, where the team totally did not come out ready to play. Now, they were coming off the long road trip, long layoff, trying to get their legs eventually under them, which they would later in the game. But that first period, they don't look good. Thompson and Dahlin, at the forefront of that, like they were not having a good game. And it's like you almost could see the words hitting the team, hitting the ground running. Like you just saw the switch flip and immediately gut out, that win. Like 2 of these wins, the Islanders game, you can't call that an impressive win. Other than, being resilient, I think even that game, Matt Barzal scores first in the shootout. You miss your first shot. Like what are the odds in the NHL of winning that game? When you don't score first and they do, like pulling that one out.
I tell you, I was at that game. I was
We were all at
painful. Yeah.
There was a TSR meetup.
And it was completely unplanned too, which is funny. But
Yes, it was.
more about that later. But yeah, just man, the game tying goal and then watching the shootout is just.
Well, I mean, even overtime, they had so many chances. Like Lyon, he made a stop on Barzal on a breakaway. Like it.
My attention was getting taken away from the game a couple of times for unrelated reasons. If we want to know, I'll tell later. But I mean, it was a wild scene. Talk about overstimulation.
You can't tee it up like that and just not explain it. So you're gonna have to, you're gonna have to explain that one.
All right, I'll give you the brief rundown.
Okay, all right, we're going at it now.
I'll give you the. You want me to tell it later? You want me to tell
Let's
it
do it
now?
now. Let's do it now. All right, we're bringing it up now.
I'll give you the brief rundown. Okay, 2 people in front of me, a couple rows in front of me, had a few too many drinks. Just up talking to everyone, like just being a nuisance the entire game. 3rd period rolls around. This guy has a beer saber in his hand, and he's gone. So then he goes to the bathroom. He comes back, and you know how like around in the 300 concourse, you can go down a couple steps to the 1st and 2nd row, and then you go to the 3rd row is next to you, and then you go up, right? This guy takes 2 steps, misses the 1st step because he's sitting in the 2nd row, trips, falls, goes into the barrier where like there's a little glass pane on top of it, hits it so hard. Beer explodes, goes everywhere, and the people in front of him are like, you got to get out of here. Security comes over, they get him out of there. Next thing you know, the girl comes back down to like where she was sitting and kicks the guy who confronted her boyfriend. Then they get security over there, they throw her out, she shoves the security guard. They both get trespassed. They both avoid the sheriffs because they like ran out of there. But that happened.
They ran
They
out
like
of there?
they like scurried out of there. They like went up through the tunnel and they were gone. Like nobody caught them.
You just
But-
watched this all happen and didn't do anything?
What am I gonna do? I'm trying to watch overtime while this is going on. That happened between like to the end of the. So the funny thing about it is, if the Islanders never tie that game, that never would have happened because that happened in like the last minute and a half into overtime.
Well, if that guy missed the
situation.
first step, it sounds like he was missing some other steps on the way out of the arena.
Dude.
So you're saying the Sabres indirectly caused 2 people to get arrested, possibly?
It's not ridiculous to say that.
All right.
It's not ridiculous at all.
This is all on Michael Kesselring's hands then.
I will tell you right now that the guy said you are losing a great customer and they will not be allowed back.
The classic.
But yeah, just overstimulated the whole overtime, and then I thought they were going to lose in the shootout after Barzal scored that nice backhand. I was like, this is how it ends right here when I'm in attendance. But they battled back and they won.
Hey, Jack Quinn and Josh Norris had something to say about that. Ryan, too. He made some saves.
Mm-hmm. It was just 3 games of resiliency in different ways. The Philly game, coming back from that road trip, which is always just the classic jumbled mess. And you saw that for the first half of the game. And then they battle back in that one, storm back, take the lead. And then for the first of twice in this week of games, take a penalty with under 2 minutes to go. And they got to about 2 minutes to go. They got to kill off the penalty 6-on-4. And they do so and get the empty netter. And that Philly game, I didn't even realize it till I was listening to the pregame show before the Islanders game. I think it was Paul Hamilton that said it, that Lyon didn't even face a shot that entire 6-on-4 sequence against the Flyers. A full 2 minute 6-on-4. They did not get a shot on net. Sabres players were just eating them left and right. And it made his job easy, and then it just a perfect way to close out a win like that under extenuating circumstances like that. And then it followed through, obviously, into the Islanders game where they made the same mistake again. Took a penalty with under 2 minutes to go. The Islanders do get the tying goal, and you feel the air come out of the building, and then you get to that shootout. And you get Barzal to take the lead, and you just feel like it's over by that point. Like, how much confidence do you have they're going to win that game when Jack Quinn's coming down the wing with the puck on his stick? I can't say it was a lot, but he roofs one. I mean, you can see on the replay he's just looking at Riddick to drop his right shoulder, like he's just waiting for it to happen. He does. He rips a top corner. Then we got a game. Lyon keeps making saves. And friggin' Josh Norris, man, comes in, basically does the same move as Quinn, but just fires it over the left shoulder. And there's your game. Alex Lyon comes up big. And what was looking like an easy sort of win at one point, they have control of the game. They lost it. Then the momentum swung the other direction, and they still found a way to gut that one out. And that's not even like the most impressive win. It's hard to say how impressive it was. They went into New Jersey, second half of a back-to-back. New Jersey gets Jack Hughes back. They get Timo Meier back. They get Gritschik back. Hughes scores in the first period. The place is going nuts. The Devils have the ideal first period. And on top of that, you got some stardom in the building.
Some
you got
A-listers in the stands.
you got Paul Skeens there, Tate McRae, Livy Dunn. Like, overall, like, it just seems like a perfect New Jersey victory is on the way. Like, I thought it was going to be a rout, and you can pinpoint the moment the game changed. Even though the Devils had a good first period. The game changed when Gritchick didn't score on that 2-on-1, and Luukkonen made maybe the save of the Sabres season. That was it right there. They did not score after that. The Sabres they took control in the second, held on in the third, and closed that one out for their 6th straight.
Yeah, we don't need Livy Dunn. We have Josh Dunn. We have the better Dunn.
I mean, UPL he was unbelievable last night. I mean, he was one of the reasons we won the game. Maybe the biggest reason. I mean, that save was unreal, and he made a bunch of other saves. I mean, especially after that first goal goes in, and it's not really his fault. It's just a defensive breakdown. But he was still beat, and then he saved every shot after that. And, he was just showing to Christian why he still deserves to be on this team. I mean,
I knew from the moment
the game.
you started this whole diatribe that it was going to be a rage bait attempt on me. Listen, he did. He had a fantastic game, and I'm so happy he did.
Sounds like it.
I'm waiting for the day he has,
smiling through the pain.
I'm waiting for the day he just drops back down to earth again.
I can see your face curling as you said you were so happy for him.
It's like, I'm so happy, guys. I'm so happy he did well. No, seriously. Like, of course, I'm not gonna hate watch a guy on my own team. But all I'm saying is, I've seen this story before, man. I've seen it before. I don't hate UPL. Okay.
All right, that's enough.
Getting.
I'm cutting you off right
you're
there.
Getting.
Where's the receipts?
I don't hate UPL. I don't think there's been a bigger lie said on this show. I'm
talking about like as a person. I'm sure he's a great person, but as a player, not a fan. I don't think I ever will be.
Yeah, I don't think you will be either. But 6 wins
Christian,
in a row
last night at 7:58. My hate watch coming to a halt tonight.
Go back 45 seconds when I said I'm not going to hate watch a guy on my own team.
That's amazing.
That was a joke, Jameson.
That's incredible. But 6 wins in a row.
Look what happens. You get good goaltending from Lyon and now UPL. You win 6 in a row.
I know. Who would have thought?
The
Just your
biggest story
goaltender to
of
make a
this streak.
save.
Because I was thinking about this. I think this winning streak is both impressive and unimpressive at the same time. How many games in this stretch have they been the better team in?
I'd say more than half. Maybe a couple they were just out. They're out-dueled by.
I don't know about more than half. Like, I think, like, I'm talking about, like, 60-40 of the game was in their control. I don't know if any of them. I think the Edmonton game, they were the better team through 2 periods. I think that one you give to them. They just had the third period collapse, and then they won in overtime. The Vancouver game, they were not the better team in. Seattle, I think that was like 50-50-ish. That was just a good win. Philadelphia, same thing, 50-50. The Islanders, same thing, probably 50-50. And then New Jersey, I think the first and third periods were sort of in their hands. But, I don't mean to, like, take away from this stretch. I think it's more impressive because they've deserved better in previous games. And I think through this stretch, they've been just winning in different ways that haven't required them controlling the pace of play for 60 minutes. I mean, looking back, some of their they were not the worst. They were not the worst team against Calgary when they lost 7-4. Luukkonen just had a meltdown. Even the Winnipeg game, I think, sort of the same thing. The Philadelphia game, that came down to Ruff kind of blowing that first period. They've deserved better on a lot of nights. And through this stretch, they haven't been playing their absolute best hockey, but like finally other parts of the team are coming through. The power play feels threatening. It's been winning them games. It won them the Philadelphia game.
It's been really good recently. I think their special teams now, it's like, I think their power play is almost top 10 and their penalty kill is still first.
It's 13th. The power play and penalty kill is tied for first. So, yeah.
Who would have thought, man?
I think
they're still
on one of the broadcasts. They said their power play is one of the top ones since December started.
Seth Apper's just been cooking. all holiday season.
I did not, and this is going to be a trend with him, because I did not give Josh Norris enough credit for how he really has come in and changed the power play, just changed the dynamic. I just thought he would be another Thompson, and he is just much more than that. He's so much more. Tage Thompson is probably the weakest part of the Sabres power play.
He's 100%
which is. Like, it's both good and bad at the same time, because like the other four pieces on it are working very well, and he's just, he's got more to give, and he's just like they had a chance to seal the game against New York several times, and they had the one really good power play shift where they had it for like the full 2 minutes. I think that was when Doan hit the crossbar. They were cycling really well, and Dowling threw a stick in the air because they just completely controlled that whole shift and came away with nothing. And then the next one, I felt like Thompson just had it on his stick more, and he was just slowing it down. Like he just was just second guessing and holding the puck way too long. But like if the puck's on anybody else's stick, like it's working. It's working really, really well.
It's just funny how like the whole power play used to run through Tage just based on like his one-timer, and every team has recognized that they could take that away by just playing a diamond. And now teams do that, and they just overshadow Tage's side, which is also a reason why he's the weakest part of the power play, and he's also the strongest because he has that kind of gravitational pull over to him, which opens up the likes of Josh Norris, giving him more space, and then your two playmakers, Doan and Benson. But it's been crazy to watch, just like how much of a different dynamic he brings to the other side of the ice. Just you have another threat on the other side of your power play now. Not everything's getting fed from Dahlin over to the left side for Tage to just take a one-timer. Like you can go either way now, and then perfect example of playing the bumper and down low. You have a guy on wherever the strong side is, whoever has the puck, there's going to be one guy on the goal line, and the other guy is going to be in the middle looking for that play, and it's just going to shift and rotate, and it's worked, and they've been scoring, and it's finally a watchable power play for once.
Yeah. Like it's not there yet. Like they still have the rough shifts.
It's watchable though.
But it's like you see something forming, and I think I know Zucker's been great on the power play. He has been. But when he gets back, I don't want to see them take Zach Benson off this unit. Mm-mm. I think him and Doan also completely changed the dynamic. Having those two in the middle of the ice, having those two retrieve puck. I mean, just look at the Norris goal against Philadelphia. Thompson loses the puck. Doan is right there to get it back up against the boards, and Benson also goes in to retrieve it, and he, in a split second, picks up his head and so smoothly lifts that puck over the defender's stick right onto Norris, and he just... It's amazing how Josh Norris made Sam Erson forget that he only had one option on that, and that was to shoot at 5-hole, and he still opened it up.
Yeah, I was going to say Benson and Doan. And I feel like with the power play right now, if they win the face-off, they're going to have a really good power play because they get set up. But if they have to break into the zone, it goes back to their usual shenanigans, which...
Not quite. Sometimes it changes.
Sometimes.
When Rasmus Dahlin decides to just walk into the other zone and roof a puck, that works as well.
That does work. If he's going to go absolutely sicko mode and have one of his best goals of his career, then maybe we should have more of that happen.
It makes life a little bit easier.
They gonna do it this year? Is this happening?
You get 3 games over 500, the voices start getting louder. What else? What else is going right for this team, man? I don't think we've given the goaltending enough flowers just yet. I mean, Lyon has just completely taken control of the crease once again. Like he's been great in every single game.
Which just begs the question more, like, what do you do? But yeah, wow. What are his stats? Like he's 5-0-0. He's got like above a .930 save percentage. Just listen, like you said with like when they played Vancouver, like the team defense really does help a goaltender, but he's made the saves that he's needed to make in timely moments, and it's the reason you win games. You're not letting in that, that muffin here and there, and you're not seeing a tweet from us saying you got to get a save off of that. You need a save. Just everything's going right now, and you know what? I'm enjoying it for once. Nothing that I'm gonna blow my stack over.
Yeah, he's just been steady. I mean, with how he's looked, I mean, the rumors are out there. There's no way you could trade Lyon right now.
No.
And then UP obviously played amazing right now, last night. Like, Ellis is probably going to be waived. Like, that's probably the right decision at this point.
Back to St. Louis.
If that's what it is, so be it. I mean, this has been my answer since day one. It should just be Ellis. Like, I know they like him, and like it just worries me because Kekalainen has repeated how much they do like him. And I don't know. I just feel like it should be him. Let these two. I don't think these two never really got a proper run together. Lyon and Luukkonen. They never got really a proper run passing the baton. And I think you're seeing, the makings of a good 50-50 assuming. I feel like it'll run more 50-50. Obviously, now you give Lyon the, pun not intended, the lion's share. But, you see how it goes. I mean, you have the depth to survive this. You've got Devin Levi sitting in the AHL. You've even got, Tobias Lenninen's been getting starts in the A. Scott Ratzlaff just got called up. It's like you'll be okay. I think
goalies.
I think you have enough, and I don't think Colton Ellis, personally has done enough to like continue to mess with the roster construction once he returns. But we'll see. That's a question for another week. The freeze isn't over till was it 28th? So 6 days, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
That's
it was
quite
the 20th or 29th.
That's a question to be answered when that returns. But Alex Lyon, man, last 5 games, a .922 save percentage, 2.31 goals against average, and a 5.72 goals saved above expected. It just changes everything, man. I don't know if there's anything scarier than a Lindy Ruff team when it gets good goaltending. Well, I could probably name a few. The Colorado Avalanche are probably scarier, but you know what I mean.
Yeah. Any of the teams in the Central, or the top 3 teams in the Central.
Christian said before the pod that they're overtime loss merchants.
Yeah, guys, they're 26-2-7. They're OT merchants. No, the real OT merchants is Pittsburgh. God,
it's fun, dude. Like you're starting to scoreboard watch again. You can just feel it. Like you can feel it. Like this team's slowly making. I don't even want to say slowly. Like I feel like a lot of people are just bought in right now.
Yeah. I got home tonight, and Jonah was watching hockey, and I know he watches hockey like in his room or stuff, but it was on the main screen downstairs. Like we're back to scoreboard watching. We were watching Toronto the other night. Like,
man,
it's at least for me since I'm living with Jonah, I could tell once he's starting to get invested in a team, and he's starting to scoreboard watch again. So, shit means something, man.
Shit means something to me, man.
Means something to me. Being in a playoff race.
It's nice knowing you could still, like the last couple of years, around this time, around January, it was all right. It's gonna check out and let's ride this year out and see what happens. But no, what could a little winning streak do for your season? It could just re-energize the whole thing.
Yeah, just look at how it reinvigorates everybody. Like it's just Buffalo is, man. It's just a sleeping giant. I saw a Blue Jackets tweet today. It was just their game day post for I forget they're playing on the West Coast tonight. And, they're last in the Eastern Conference right now. It's still they're one game below 500, but last place in the Eastern Conference. How many comments do you think that game day post had?
5.
40.
It had 1 when I checked, and it had been up for an hour. Do you know how many comments the Sabres game day post would have had they were, would they have been in the same place?
It'd be
I've
like
seen it.
50.
It happened
It'd
like
be
a week ago.
It'd be like, stop. Like,
Fire
fire Kevin.
like,
Top comment, is that a threat?
we're playing. Yeah, I was gonna say we're playing in Philly tonight. Is that a threat? Like it's you could just feel it, man, right now. As much as like people you just want to root for a good version of this team so bad. You could just see it. You could see it took one extended winning streak, and like it's
so long.
just you can just look at the TS any of our posts. Like they're going nuclear. People are engaging. They're watching the team. You can just see, belief being built, and you can just see a good feeling in the air. And it feels good. And I just hope they continue to run with this thing for like the next week or so. Like I said, like the things I would do to go into Saturday night against Boston with a 7-game winning streak.
I was gonna say, you think it's sold out if that's the case?
Oh, are you kidding me?
I think it's easily a sellout.
It was quote unquote sold out last game.
Yeah, they did. They announced
they
it.
sell out weekend. They sell out weekend games. They got a good streak of doing it, especially this season. The attendance has been good this year. Better at least.
No, I agree.
No, you're not like Toronto where you're sold out 6 of 20 home games.
No, but they said that. Okay, so I saw this tweet. They said that Toronto's at its lowest attendance it's been in, I can't remember how many years, but it was a long time. And they said it was still at like 18,400 something, which is just mind blowing to me. For one, with them being as bad as they are right now, and B, I was just curious. I went on Ticketmaster today, and I was like, I wonder, like, Toronto's in free fall right now. I'm curious what the price of a ticket is for a game right now. And I literally thought I was looking at Bills tickets. I opened up Ticketmaster. Some of these were standing room. It was like almost $200 Canadian. I'm like, this is unreal. Like, it makes me happy. Like, of course, I want the Sabres to be good, and I'd pay more to see a better product. But like, I don't think it would ever get that expensive, right? Hopefully not.
Hopefully not. Don't give them any ideas. But yeah, I just pulled up I was curious because we were talking about the playoff race and how just jumbled this Eastern Conference is. When the Sabres last had their 6-game winning streak, so New Year's Eve, 2022, they were 18-4-2, and we are 17-14, or not 18-4, 18-14-2. We are 17-14-4. So like, they were 4 games above 500. We're 3 games with 2 more OT losses, so 2 more points kind of stacked. And that Sabres team was 4th in the Atlantic, and we were 7th. Only 2 teams to jump in the playoff race at that point. We have 5, at least in the wild card race. Like it's a mess.
I mean, at a certain point, it's got to even out a little bit, right? Just like you start to play over the course of a season, you play more games in your conference. Of course, as most leagues operate, you would assume you would see a little bit more of a skew at a certain point. I'm surprised it hasn't happened yet, but
I just don't. There's just no bad teams.
I've never seen it like this.
Every team is like decent. Like they're just mid. Like right. Like every team is pretty. Like Detroit Red Wings are. Like I think they're legit. Like I think they're a pretty decent team, but they're 21-13. Like they're the only team with like any sort of in the Atlantic with any sort of like gap between anybody right now. Like they are, it's just a jumbled mess. I feel like the Canadians, like we were talking about them, I think last week, being like, man, the vibes are down there. Like they're 19-12-5. Like they're still doing their thing. In I need to check this. In the Atlantic Division, how many teams in the Atlantic Division have a positive goal differential right now without looking?
I know we don't. I know the Leafs don't. I want to say
it's
6.
only 2.
Wait, positive?
Positive.
3.
JP was right. It is 2. Can you guess the 2?
Tampa.
Tampa's 1.
Florida.
Nope. Florida's even. Got 2 even teams in the division.
2 even teams.
Yeah.
The Mid-Atlantic. Detroit.
It is Ottawa. That's it.
How?
With their
Detroit's
goaltending?
-3, Montreal's -5, Boston and Florida are even. We are -6, Toronto's -9. Ottawa is +7, and Tampa is +22.
Wow. Yeah, they're definitely the runaway favorites for the division.
Yeah.
Even though they're not there yet, but they'll get
Yeah, I
there.
mean, they got a game in hand on Detroit. I think, should they close this out? Or no, actually, they probably updated the standings already. Yeah, I think they'll recapture it eventually. But yeah, talk about a mess, man. Like, Sabres have their longest losing streak in 3 years, 6-game winning streak. They have a .543 winning percentage and still not even close to a playoff spot in terms of teams to leap. But tomorrow's the big one. If they beat Ottawa, it's a 4-point game. If they win that game in regulation, they're tied with 3 other teams if they all lose, plus Ottawa. And then you've got your 4-point game on Saturday against Boston. Like these next 2 games, if they win these, if they extend this winning streak to 8 games, like this is the moment.
You keep
You will
saying
see.
losing streak.
Oh my God, I said it again.
You said it multiple times.
You said lose, and then you're like
winning
streak.
winning streak.
You're not used to that vocabulary.
No,
on
I'm
this-
not.
on
It
this
doesn't
show.
happen a lot. I'm not doing this on purpose, I swear.
I mean,
But if
these 2
if
games
they
are legitimately the most important 2 games until mid-January when we face Florida. Like, we have another 2 weeks, and it's just all West teams. I mean, Columbus is in there, but they're at the bottom. Like, these 2 games are massive of the next, 10 games.
8 in a row.
cool.
Please.
It's cool to see. I want to see them bank. If they can bank these 2 games, you're feeling pretty good. Because it'll even out at some point. Like, they're gonna have a dip. It's only natural. It's just how long, how short can they keep that dip, and what did they bank before they got there? I want to see 2 strong performances, especially Saturday. I just want to see, even if they lose Tuesday, like, everybody should still be feeling good going into Saturday. Like, even if they lose against Ottawa, like, that's still going to be a massive momentum swing. And just another game that you can get up for. And now you have actual reason to get up for it. Like, it has actual playoff implications. Like, right now, the Sabres' easiest path, well, I shouldn't say right now, but potentially their easiest path to the playoffs will be division spot. Potentially. We'll see how the division progresses over the year. But I think when they won on Saturday, I think when they closed out the game on Sunday, they were 3 points out of a playoff spot. And then I think Montreal won their game, Tampa won tonight. So that lead extended a little bit. But that could be it. Like, the division games could be the important ones. So I hope they do it. I hope they keep it rolling.
Still a ton of season left too. So
Not even halfway.
Even if these next 2 games don't go the way we want them to, it's no reason to panic. I know we will, and everybody will. But just remember, still more than half the season left. There's so many games we played. Just again, we go back to remember where we were like mid-October. Everyone, like, the NHL media, A, was laughing at us, and B, was saying it's going to be another fire sale. Everybody's gone.
I mean,
All it
even
took was
just
a little winning streak.
at the beginning of the road trip, I mean, we lose 3 in a row. Like,
3 games under 500. 11, we were 11, 14, and 4. Just vibes are at an all-time low. Just thought it was another lost season, and then our savior, Josh Norris, man, just to the rescue.
He's been so good, man. Somebody needs to look into the jinxing powers that I have.
Is he still our 4th best center, Jonah?
it's dangerous. You said something else the other day, too. I forget what it was.
I think I tweeted about Alex Lyon.
Oh yeah.
I think I ended up
tweeted
deleting
about
the tweet,
Alex
actually.
Lyon's save, and then they scored the next
I just
30
said like you
seconds,
can't
but he
trade the
deleted it.
guy, and then the Islanders immediately scored right after.
Yeah.
I was like,
I
God
just looked at
damn it, dude!
Yeah.
God damn it! Yeah, Josh Norris has played in 8 games since coming back. He has points in every single one except one, and that was against the Islanders where he got the overtime winner. And he also scored in that game, had it not been called back for goalie interference.
Mm-hmm. I think these 3 lines have been very good, actually. I mean, Norris and Osland have been very good. I'm leaving out another. Oh no, actually Quinn's not on that line. But I mean, just in general, the 3 lines have been really good. Krebs has been surprisingly good on that top line. Like you're just getting production from 3 lines right now, and it's crucial. And especially with Josh Norris. I mean, I think he's doing better than a lot of us would thought. I think we underestimated his skill and what he actually brings to the table. He's impressing me with his speed too. Like I feel like he's pretty damn fast. Like we just got to keep going. I mean, we got dogs going. Benson's finally scoring. He's got 3 goals now.
He took a page
Doan's
out of
still doing
Norris's
his thing.
playbook with that look-off pass
Yeah.
goal.
Yep.
He had
If
the
there's ever a lesson to teach your kids is always look off Jack Quinn on a 2-on-1. Shoot the puck.
And Osland's still doing his thing. Like it just some of these.
Yeah,
the
he's
young
ready. I mean,
guys-
he's in the status where like I don't care. He just shouldn't go back. Like no matter what. Like I'm talking about like when Zucker's healthy, and even if you get Kulik back, you find a spot. Even if he's playing on the 4th line, he does not deserve to be anywhere else but in Buffalo right now.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about that. Like, Krebs has been great. I'm really happy with how he's been, what he's done for that top line. Like it's like he hasn't slowed them down at all. But I'm just thinking like, man, if they get Yuri Kulik back, and if he looks like Yuri Kulik, and he's in that spot on that top line, and you can just sprinkle in like a Jason Zucker on the 3rd or 4th, like man, this is a lineup that could really do damage. Like Kulik, if he, like I said, like we have no clue. Like he might be done for the season.
Mm-hmm.
But if he just comes back and if he's healthy, Kulik, man, just what that would do to this team would add a whole nother layer.
Just such an interesting. It's so weird the injury, like how we just don't know. We can't track a progression, anything, no timetable. I mean, don't rush him back. Do not rush him
don't
back
do it.
at
No.
all. But it's just crazy to think like he could be back on the ice at practice tomorrow. We don't know, but I've never seen this type of injury ever. Money Puck has it listed as ear.
I think they had that an ear injury.
I don't know. It probably not.
Well, I do remember Besser got one. Remember Besser had a blood clot before, what was it, Game 7 against the Oilers?
Really?
2 years ago when they were in the playoffs? He got a blood clot before, I think, Game 6 or 7. That was, I think, the only other time I can remember a blood clot happening.
How long was? Well, I assume he didn't play. Was he?
He didn't play. They lost the series, and then, he had the whole offseason to rest. So,
Right.
yeah, I think it was the Oilers series. If it was the Nashville series, he came back like a week later and played through a blood clot. But, yeah, it would be incredibly awesome to see Kulik just thrown into this lineup.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I feel like they need a top 6 scorer right now, and they possibly just have one sitting on LTIR. It's fun. It's fun to talk about. Like, man, I can't wait for the he's our trade deadline edition speech, the whole spiel. That'll be fun.
Doing a little what if analysis right now.
Yeah, he comes back to the ice. He's dropped like 20 pounds. Yep, This is him. This is our guy.
Wouldn't be the first guy on this team. It's been such a weird few months. People getting sick, losing weight, blood clots. Not Connor Clifton. Connor Timmons broke his leg.
Mm-hmm.
Good Lord, man.
You know what's crazy too is Connor Timmins gets hurt, and since then, ultimate glue guy Jacob Bryson hasn't played a game, and it's been Zach Metza.
They don't want to see him win. They don't want to see him win.
I
actually
love
is
Zach
kinda weird.
Metza. I love Zach Metza.
Yeah.
It's been a good story. I know Lindy likes his left-right sort of balance. I don't think Metza's an NHL. He's not an every night NHL defender. Like he cannot be playing 2 nights in a row like he did against the Islanders and against New Jersey.
No, get ultimate glue guy Jacob Bryson back into the lineup. We need some energy. We need some juice. We need vibes, and he brings all 3 of those things.
Before we get off the Sabres, I wanted to bring up one thing to talk about. So, how much runway do we give Michael Kesselring before we start having some conversations?
I knew this was coming up.
I just have to ask. Like you can say it can be however long you want.
JP,
I just
you
want
go
to know.
first.
I just want to know.
He's played 12 games. I give him 18 more games. I give him 30 games into the season. His training camp got cut short, and I've said multiple times in the past how much I've realized training camp is really important for all sports. And then he came back, I think started to play a little better, then got hurt again, and now he's back. And yeah, he hasn't been too good, but it's been a very weird season for him so far. I think he's admitted that he knows he's not playing good, and he's getting frustrated himself. So hopefully it comes around. And it's weird, too, because I think Power's been playing better, and you would expect with Power playing better that his partner, Kesselring, would also be playing better, but he's definitely been on the struggle bus. I understand the frustration, but I just feel like it's been such a weird season for him so far. I'm not going to judge him just yet. I'll give him some more time.
The Jack Hughes goal was pretty bad. Like,
Yeah,
Hughes came down,
that one
circled
was-
around. He had the puck.
Yeah, that one was very
Kesselring
bad to me. That was nothing injury related. That's just hockey sense. And he just
Kesselring comes up, and then he backs off of him, and then he points over to Josh Doan.
like he's like, you take
Doan,
him
get
as he's
get over
walking. He's walking away from a top 5 player in the league, saying, "No, you take him."
And then he went down to try and
he goes to
block
block the shot anyways. I was like, "What are you doing, man?"
Yeah, that was.
I'm sorry. If anybody can't tell, I'm really like I've just been thoroughly unimpressed with his 12 games. I'll just put it that way. I know I asked about the runway conversation because I'm not ready to jump off of it yet. Like I'm not ready to be done with him. Not even close. But I just want to acknowledge it's been a rough 12 games in my opinion. Like really, really bad. I think there was a 5-minute stretch in the Detroit game a month ago before he got hurt again where he looked semi-competent, and like that's kind of it.
I really do want to give him the benefit of the doubt and more runway just based on the injuries. Like JP said, he missed training camp. Then he battled in mid-season injury. He's come back twice in the past couple of months, which is crazy for any athlete to do. And we don't know what, because hockey injuries are so weird, we don't know what kind of a issue it could have been. Like if it's like a tendon issue, those things, they really affect play, and they will linger for a season. Like those need full off-season rehab work to be done, and it doesn't even have to be torn, just strained or anything like that. They could really affect your play. But I will also jump to the other side and say, yeah, his mental game, his hockey sense hasn't been the best, but it could be due to knowing what his limitations are on the ice at the moment, and it could be affecting his decision making. So I am not nearly ready to give up on this experiment. I think there's plenty of time for him to, come back, turn it around. And in the meantime, there could be worse defensemen on this roster, to be honest. I don't lose too much sleep over having Michael Kesselring out there in the top 4.
I could definitely see a scenario where he rushed himself back because he's been hurt twice already this year. So Christian was alluding to, he might still be hurt. So
he very well could be hurt still. Yeah.
Early return, very, very early.
I agree. He has valid excuses. I just want to I think JP was very, he summarized it in like the kindest way he could. That it has not been an ideal 12 games, and I would just say that it's been very bad.
You don't have to be a dick about it.
I'm just saying. I don't like to mince words. You know me.
Actually, Jonah,
This is good.
Jonah
This is
could-
good.
No
It's-
more Mr.
Jonah
Nice
could
Guy
be
Jonah
critical about him all he wants because
with the Santa hat on.
his powers are something else.
That's right. He should try scoring a point first. Ooh.
Well, it's true. He doesn't have a point.
First goal
Jonah-
scorer coming in on Tuesday night.
Jonah
Yeah,
called
everyone
Josh
bet
Norris the fourth best center on the team, and he's been incredible since then. So keep shitting on Custering all you want.
He
Jonah.
might have moved up to third. There's something you did bring up, though, and that's Owen Power. And I just want to say he's playing his best 5 or 6 game stretch of the season, and I don't think it's a mistake that they've won every single game that he has been playing well in. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah.
He's been great. Like, he's playing Owen Power hockey. Like JP said, it's like Kesselring has not, like, you could just tell, like, there's just a noticeable difference in their play. Power's just, he's feeling it right now, and that's why the team's succeeding.
Yep.
I think.
Nothing too flashy, but God damn it, he gets the job done every time.
Mhm.
When he is on, and he's important to this team.
All right. Anything else? Anything else about the team? About the streak?
Just keep
Any
it
notes
going.
about the games?
Keep it going, man. I want to see another win. I want to get tired of winning. I do want to get tired of winning.
How tired of winning? How tired of winning are we going to get?
We might win so much that you just might get tired of it.
I think this is what you might be going to next, but we're playing good, and we're still getting more front office additions too. Like Yarmo's
Yeah.
just cooking.
Mhm.
He's
So much has been happening over the past week.
mhm.
We've recorded 3 episodes in 8 days.
And we're still catching up.
We're still catching up.
That's right. But before we get into those front office additions, a word from our sponsor. If you're hurt in a car, you can call our sponsor, William Mattar. 844-444-4444. With a focus on motor vehicle accidents, the team at William Mattar has handled thousands of cases like yours. Let them help you get the money you deserve after a motor vehicle accident. Rideshare, truck, motorcycle, car, only. Call William Mattar. 844-444-4444. So it's been another interesting week for the Sabres behind the scenes. And I would say the only way to start is really with it's the big shakeup. Jason Karmanos has been fired by the Buffalo Sabres.
Did not see that coming. Kinda.
Yes, I'm not surprised, obviously, because people bring in their own people. But Karmanos was very good for the Amherst.
Yeah.
I mean, it was the Amherst's best stretch in a long time.
I was
So for
more
the
surpri-
NHL level, I'm not surprised, but for the Amherst, it's going to be tough.
When I say I'm surprised, I think I was more surprised by just the speed and the timeline of it all. Like, I mean, we did see a whole general manager change, and then, you're just sitting at work one day and you're like, oh, another PR tweet. What happened? Wow, the AGM with 25 plus years of AGM experience just got let go by the organization. And I was like, wow, like, it feels like, it's something like you weren't expecting, but you also at the same time were like, makes sense. New guy comes in, wants to hire his own guys. Just part of business. And another former Carolina Hurricane front office organization member.
Get them all out. Get them
Out the
all
door.
out. There's still one hanging around, and I have no idea how. No
Where is
clue.
he? Where is
No
Eric
clue.
Stahl?
Has anybody gone on the Sabres like staff directory and just see like the order,
Coming on today, yeah.
the order of just how they're listed right now? It's hilarious. I don't have it pulled up, but I think off the top of my head, in terms of like assistants, it goes Mark Bergevin, Josh Flynn, Eric Stahl, and then Jerry Fortin and Mark Jakubowski. Like, associate GM, assistant GM, assistant to the GM, assistant GM, assistant GM. Like, how did he survive the first week at Kekalainen? Is he just not able? Is he just not been able to get a hold of him?
I was just
like on a
He
retreat.
turned his phone off.
He's not answering phone calls. Yeah, he's not showing up to the office. He took his PTO this week.
That's fair. Yeah, he'll be back.
I'm actually really curious as to just where he is, because if he was the special assistant to the GM, like he's not. Because I also saw on the website, I did see Craig Anderson's name. He's a scout. Scouts are all over the place. They're traveling, doing all this stuff. If you're the special assistant to the GM, better chance than not, you're hanging around somewhere near Buffalo. But I don't know. Paul Hamilton says he's never seen him. Is he just a figment? Is he
ever really hired?
Center?
Is this a Tsujimoto situation? Did he ever speak to the media? Yeah, he spoke to the media. But like there's one big Mandela effect. He was never here to begin with. But Karmanos is the first domino to fall in all of this. The first Adams guy let go besides Adams himself. And yeah, I mean, it was pretty shocking to read. It's really hard not to, like, this past week has been the most active I have seen the Sabres in just damn near forever. It's probably since Kevin Adams fired 50 people on his first day.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it has been a minute, and even that, like, that was not, I mean, he fired a lot of scouts that day, and Chris Taylor got let go that day too, but like, just seeing so much movement in the hockey department over the past week, and just hearing so many things, and just the Sabres are just the best part about this winning streak is like they're at the forefront of the conversation on multiple levels. Like, you get to talk about how good the team is looking on the ice, how it looks like they're making progress, and the fact that like a competent front office, asterisk on competent. We don't know how it's going to be. People had a lot of thoughts on the Mark Bergevin hiring, but a semi-competent front office is being built, at least an experienced one. There are years of NHL longevity being put into this front office. I know they subbed out Karmanos, who has been in the league for a hot minute, longer than any of the guys that replaced him, but it's exciting to see. It's exciting to hear about, like, how more is probably on the way. We still don't know who's replacing Karmanos, because I don't think it's going to be either of the two guys Kekalainen brought in. Is it going to be Sam Ventura stepping up? Is he going to bring in someone else? Does he have somebody else take on that role? We heard from Friedman today that Kekalainen has met with and heard about some of the other people in the organization, and he likes them. Like, he's going to keep them around and give them some runway. And the guys that he doesn't think are fit, he's going to let go immediately. Like, he will continue to probably let them go. I would be very surprised if Kekalainen let go some people over the next few days, right around Christmas time. But once the freeze ends and once we get into the new year, like, you're probably going to see even more shuffling. I mean, there was some talk today about the fact he hasn't talked to him, but there was talk around Columbus's current director of scouting. It's fun to see. It's fun to see, what exactly Kekalainen is doing to boost the front office.
It's just some names in the front office too, which is good. I mean, Bergevin, he's I guess people have mixed opinions on him, but he's still a name. Yeah, I mean, he was with Montreal for a long time. He was just a special assistant with the Kings, and he chose basically a lateral move to come here. So it might, even if you might not like the people that we're bringing in, I think it's the fact that they are coming here, that they're choosing to come here, they're choosing to join Yarmo's front office, that I think it says something. And I think it says something that Yarmo really does have full autonomy of this, and that Terry's giving him all the control to do what he wants, pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, in Terry's defense in this standpoint, Kevin did build the front office that he wanted to. He always, I mean, he got Carmanos, he got Ventura. He had a front office of guys that he wanted to be around. But I think getting a former GM in here and to ask about
I don't think
other
Mark
guys.
Bergevin was cheap. I don't think his services were cheap.
No, definitely not.
I mean, I know I wouldn't call this job a lateral move. I think, look at Kekalainen had the same gig as him to start the year, and he was very much away from the team. And I'm sure Bergevin, I think they said Bergevin was very involved in scouting and such. But I think an associate GM position is going to be more involved than a special advisor. But Flynn took a lateral job. He went from AGM to AGM. So that's, that is true as well. And like I said, I don't think Bergevin getting his services coming from a decent situation in LA. I know they're having a tough season, but it's still the LA Kings, it's palm trees. There's probably a lot more perks to that organization, but
There are taxes out there, though.
But getting him over here and getting him into a bigger role, it's encouraging. I figured they had crossed paths at some point. I thought that Kekalainen and Bergevin, they must have met somewhere and worked under the same umbrella, but I don't really think they have. This was just Bergevin really, I think seizing a higher opportunity, seizing a higher position, but also, wanting to work with Kekalainen, which I do think speaks volumes.
And it just speaks to the fact that we're finally getting some more tenured credibility in the front office. And not to say like Kevin Adams was completely incompetent in his job and now we're like, oh, thank God that we're saved now. But I think we could all admit the NHL is a little bit of a boys' club. It's kind of nice to know you got some brand names in the front office.
Oh boy, a boys' club's good now. We've done
Not
the full
saying
180.
not saying it's good. I'm just saying it makes your life a lot easier when you're dealing with other teams around the league. I think it's just what the culture of the NHL is.
Yeah, I mean, I think trade talks just immediately just shifted. Like now,
Exactly.
on the other end of the line is Jarmo Kekalainen and Mark Bergevin. Like you've got two GMs trying to figure out what to do. For example, I wonder what Bergevin's responsibilities will be. Is he going to stick to mostly scouting? Like I said, I mean that's what he's known for. Like you look at what he was good at in Montreal. He had a lot of hits and misses in terms of trades. He had a lot of hits and misses in terms of signings. But for the most part, his drafting was pretty solid. Aside, you got your Jesper Kotkaniemi here, a bit of a reach. The Logan Mailloux stuff, obviously not great, not a good look on that regard. You hope he's learned from that. But like overall, the drafting history, you look down the list, it's pretty solid. So, you hope that's. I do find it interesting they've brought in two guys. Kekalainen and Bergevin, their two strengths are probably drafting and development. And, Flynn, analytics guy. Just noticing. Just noticing stuff.
A little hashtag noticing going on right now.
Just a little observing. Possibly a regime that might want some more futures. Possibly. Might be important for a certain Alex Tuck situation. I don't know. Just noticing.
Get a nameplate in front of you that says observer on it.
And as much as I think we really like Carmanos, he has never been a GM. He's been in front offices for a damn long time, but at least Bergevin is another GM. So we have one former GM. Another former GM just became our GM. So I think it's just more guys with experience at that top level.
I do think that he should get a shot at a GM at some point. He's been an AGM for just so long.
He should.
Like the amount
he
of
was getting
experience
interviews.
that guy has.
He was. I
Was
don't
it
know if this
before?
would
Was
hurt
it
his chances either.
what, before Dubas was hired? Right.
Mm-hmm.
Him and Ventura were both getting interviews with Pittsburgh. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he lands. He's got to land somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
He will. He'll get back on his feet.
But yeah, Mark Bergevin. Like just reading that, like they're just kind of like, whoa, like that's that is a name.
It's shocking. It's like it's a brand name that you know. It's like wow, he's coming here. All right, well let's see how this goes.
Yeah, and then seeing Josh Flynn. The minute I looked up his name, just like the analytics conference that Columbus hosted last year popped up, and I'm like, oh, so he's an analytics guy, and because I saw somebody on Twitter say he was kind of a capologist as well, which is true, and I just went through the analytics conference, and what do you know? A picture of Sam Ventura on the round table pops up as well. So that's nice connection there as well. You hope he vouches for him there. Yeah, you would think, with these additions, Josh Flynn being the supposed capologist, you would suspect that Jakubowski is probably on the way out. That was his job over the past however many years. It just kind of makes sense from that aspect. But like I said, we don't know. Rochester has not named a new GM. I doubt Bergevin came here to manage an AHL team.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it's Ventura's turn. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. I also think, given that Kekalainen and Bergevin, like I said, their history with drafting and scouting, I'm excited to see. This pro scouting staff, I think, needs just a huge overhaul, and I hope that those two do bring that in. And I hope we just see, it's been an undergun department for a long time. And I also see, I don't ever want to root for somebody to lose their job, but I do think it's time for a change with Jerry Fortin, somebody who has been at the top of that for so long. So I don't know. We'll see. There's more changes coming on that front. It's just it's exciting to see even more movements from there. And we'll see what other strings Kekalainen pulls, and we'll see if Bergevin can pull any. We'll see. I will say, I hope that this doesn't turn into Columbus front office 2.0. I really don't hope so. I like him bringing in his guys, but Bergevin was refreshing. That was literally a guy he had zero ties to, besides just him being a GM. I like the addition of Flynn. It's it's an analytics guy, capologist. That's all fine and dandy. The Columbus director of scouting, sure. But I also saw somebody floating around out there maybe they bring over the Columbus goalie coach. And I'm like, listen, I think the goalie coach could use an upgrade in Buffalo. I don't need the Columbus goalie coach coming in to resolve that. No. Especially, their goaltending's not been great. It has not been good.
Yeah, who was during the Yarmo era? It was Merzlinkins and
I mean, you had Bobrovsky. You had Bobrovsky. But then after he left, it was Merzlinkins. It was Kivlenkas. Well, you got Jack Greaves. Jack Greaves has been pretty good.
Jack Greaves. He has been good.
But
underrated goalie.
Yeah, I don't need the Columbus goalie coach coming over. In my opinion,
you don't want it to be like the Buffalo Bills, Carolina Panthers type.
Yeah, it doesn't need to be like that. It doesn't.
Well, the difference is between the Buffalo and Carolina Panthers. The Carolina Panthers was a Super Bowl contending team once they were bringing over people. Blue Jackets haven't exactly been that.
Yeah, that's let's keep it to a certain amount. Then it gets to a certain point. But hey, I'm criticizing something that hasn't happened yet. I'm just saying, Flynn's good. If the director of scouting comes over, great. Let's cut it off there. All right. Other stuff to touch on. So when the week started, listen, we're on a 6-game winning streak right now. I don't think anybody's going to be talking about the coaching for a little while now.
Mm-hmm.
At least, I don't know, a week. It would take a 3 or 4 game losing streak to bring that conversation to the forefront again. And that could happen. But for right now, I think Ruff is pretty, as long as the team keeps winning, they're not going to make a change there. I guess same goes for the coaching staff. We'll see as time goes along if any, if they tinker there at all. But it is important to bring up that at the start of the week, before the Flyers game, Emily Kaplan did have a few just did discuss the coaching staff a little bit, how there is whispers. Obviously, Tortorella being on the broadcast, that was a name that was brought up. Everybody was pointing to that immediately, that he would be in consideration. See, he was uncomfortable, but I also thought like he was making a pitch for the job.
You see at the end, though, like when Steve Levy was wrapping it up, he was like, all right, we're getting off because the game's over. We're getting off the game, and John, we don't have to talk about the Sabres anymore. And John goes, thank God.
I mean, look, I'm sure his phone was probably getting blown up that entire day. But I don't know. And just him, he was like breaking down, like just the way he was breaking down things, it felt like, somebody said it felt like a job interview, and I felt like that was the perfect way to put it. Like he's going after Tage Thompson multiple times.
What did you
think?
He's
breaking down film. I thought nothing he said was wrong. It's just I can just see where this is going to go. Like his first criticism was, okay, so like Garnet Hathaway goes into Alex Lyon, but he's kind of pushed down, and like immediately he's criticizing that scrum, and then he's criticizing Tage Thompson, who's like the farthest away from the scrum, saying he should like barrel into the crease and get Garnet Hathaway out of there. And I'm just like, I can just see this is just not going to work with this iteration of the team if he were to get hired. It's not that he's wrong. It's just I can see where this is going.
You just think the message isn't going to be well received by the team?
I wouldn't say the team. I would just say like Tage Thompson's not a Tortorella player. He's just not. We see this every stop. I don't want to say he feuds with everybody, but he just doesn't gel with everybody. Michkov had a good. I think people overrated how badly he like tinkered with Michkov, but we saw it with Laine. The Laine stuff was like the stuff that kind of got him canned. Pierre-Luc Dubois got shipped out of there because he lost motivation playing for him. I mean, everybody remembers the shift. You can go back to his Vancouver days, sitting Roberto Luongo during the the Heritage Classic or some outdoor game, like just doing stuff like that. Like he feuds with people. Like it's just he I said not to use the word feud, but this happens with certain players, and I just immediately throughout that whole breakdown, he went after Tage Thompson twice, and like I said, it's not that he was wrong. I can just see where this is going.
And I think he said something early in the broadcast before the game about how one of Tage's best abilities is being inconsistent. He would just be very critical of him. He would probably hate Owen Power, which I know half the fan base does, but I just feel like he would not mesh with some of our top players on this team.
Right. And the thing that made me roll my eyes was he was defending Lindy Ruff in a sense, like saying like, I just feel so bad for Lindy Ruff. You've seen so much turnover. Like, when does it become, putting this on the players? And I'm just immediately thinking to myself, like, dude, we have shipped out 2 core players in the last year. Like the player turnover has happened. And like that made me roll my eyes.
Yeah. Wasn't he saying too, like the players need to take responsibility. They need to take this under control.
Yeah. Like the drought is essentially on them. Like that's the point he was trying to get at. And I'm just like, I don't know, man. I just
Some people disagree with you though, because that was a sticking point with the Kekalainen interview about addressing the drought and who should bear the weight of it.
I just knew in that 5, like I was more annoyed. I was annoyed with John Tortorella being the Sabres head coach, and he wasn't even the head coach. Like I was just like, let's not do this. Let's not put because at the end of the day, like you can say Tortorella's right. You can say he's what this team needs. He has an expiration date. I know all NHL coaches have an expiration date. They all do. But like Tortorella, we've seen this. He has an MO. He's not gonna stray from it. This will last no more than 2 to 3 years. And it'll probably end with probably some burned bridges. And I don't think the franchise is in a point where they need that right now.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
I mean, he might push you into the playoffs, but it could end. It always does. It seems like it usually ends pretty poorly.
I don't think Tortorella's a bad coach. I've spoken highly of him in the past. He's a floor. He does more with less. He does less with more. Like what? When was the last time he made the playoffs?
Oh man, was he in Columbus in 2019?
It was the bubble, I believe. I think that was the last time. Yeah. So he has not won a playoff series since the sweep against Tampa. I know they beat Toronto in the qualifying,
I was gonna say,
but that
beat
doesn't
the Maple
that's
Leafs.
not a playoff series win. Like I don't know what it's counted in the record books as, but like that's not official postseason in my mind. Like his last playoff series win was 6 years ago. So I just saying I don't think they're in a spot where like they would need to put themselves through John Tortorella just to end this drought. And
Fair
I don't
point.
know, risk. And like I said, like if he was coach, like there is guys I would be so ecstatic to see on. Josh Doan and Zach Benson under John Tortorella would just be music to my ears. Like that would be incredible to watch. He would fall in love with those players. But I'm just not interested. I also think the whole connection is so funny to me because like it makes sense. I get it on a surface level. At the same time, how many times in your life do you fire somebody twice? Carolina went through this. People were like, "Oh, he used to be his coach." Yeah, he fired him.
So yeah, we're here again. But hey, Tortorella spoke very highly of Yarmo too. So
Yeah, no,
doesn't seem
I don't.
Like there's
yeah.
many hard feelings there.
No, yeah, I wouldn't be worried about that. I'm just saying. It's just, I think how many times do you fire somebody twice in your life? Like I think,
Yeah.
yeah. So, I don't think Tortorella's happening. I think that would have been, they asked him enough times. He hadn't got a phone call. Now listen, if Ruff's job becomes more insecure, then we'll see where that leads. But until that point, don't think Tortorella's going to be in conversation. The interesting one was that we did get from Emily Kaplan, like Pete DeBoer has been a name connected. I don't know the phrasing she used, but like she threw his name in there. And I find that interesting too. Just like that's like a public connection that DeBoer's been connected to the team.
Yeah, and keeping up with Toronto media with them being again in free fall, there's plenty of speculation that as soon as that job became available and Craig Berube was out, it was going to be Pete DeBoer in there. As of today, I heard that it's Pete DeBoer is a guy who, in a situation, it would be in a situation where he is the final piece of the puzzle. You plug him in to make that push to get yourself over the hump. He's not going to any, struggling team to turn him around. So I think you could kind of put that on the back burner for Toronto. So it kind of just leads to more speculation as to, is he looking? Is he I know he's focused on Team Canada right now, and he's actually still getting paid by the Stars this season, so he's still collecting a paycheck. It's interesting to see what he could do over the course of the next 10, 12 months. A lot of jobs could open up by that point. He can go anywhere.
Yeah, this is the conversation. Like if he is interested in the job, do you I know that the team's in a good place. It's just like that you run the risk of losing out on somebody like Pete DeBoer. Like is there a better coaching option on the market right now? Like probably not. Probably not. So you run the risk of losing out on that. She also threw Michael Leone's name in there, which I thought was interesting. Like some national recognition there as well. Was she the one? No, I think it was Merrick. It felt very similar to like when Appert's name was brought up before they hired Ruff, just like randomly tossed around in the national media. But that was cool. It was interesting. Leone was thrown in there on a national scale. Like he was getting some love from everybody else. But like we said, head coach probably on the back burner for now until the team. If they start losing games again, I think it becomes a conversation. But for now, like this team's gonna, they're gonna go as far as Ruff takes them.
They're winning. Just keep winning, man. It's all we care about around here. This all comes back to one thing: just win hockey games. We want to see the playoffs. We want to see success. I imagine the party in the plaza, man. It'd be a great time. Beer Sabres. So many Beer Sabres.
Oh my God, a beer. Oh,
Imagine this. It's early May. It's 55, 60 degrees. You're outside, hoodie, shorts, beer saber in hand, jersey on, watching the game on the big screen in the plaza. Bucket list.
peak life. I need that to happen.
Peak.
Okay, we brought it up earlier, but the Alex Lyon thing was brought up. It seemed like Friedman had some pretty strong, it was some pretty strong vocabulary. Like he thought he was going to be the guy to get traded out of the rotation, and that was interesting. Then it kind of seemed like a few days later he kind of killed that, said that as long as the team's winning, they are not going to trade him. So, I mean, I think after these 5 games, like he's just you can't do it. You cannot do it.
No.
It was very funny
Didn't
seeing.
he say that too? That if they keep winning,
Yeah.
Yarmo's not going to trade him.
That's kind of how he prefaced it. In the follow-up, he also said he would never. He said he wasn't going to bring it up again because Sabres fans were not happy with that idea. So,
At least he's not mincing words.
yeah. But did want to bring that up. Obviously, that wasn't nothing. I think the Oilers are clearly sniffing around on that. A lot of people were talking about him over the course of the week. But
Why, do the Oilers need help in goal right now? What's going on over there?
you could say that. I saw Connor Ingram was getting called up, and he had a really good season for Arizona like 2 years ago. And I'm like, oh, that's like a name. And I saw a stat. He has like a 856 in 11 AHL starts this season. Like,
Well, I think the stat was Pickard has the worst NHL save percentage, and Ingram has the worst AHL save percentage.
Oof.
That's the two
My
guys right now.
Dynamic duo.
My God, yeah. So, gotta root for them to like stay afloat because if they're doing well, and then Jari comes back, then I'm sure this will be put to bed. So yeah. Other bit of Sabres news, kind of some news about Consta Helenius. Obviously, we got the World Juniors coming up within the next week. He is not going to be joining Team Finland. Big hit for Team Finland there. Obviously, he would have been the best player, but I think from a Sabres point of view, him missing out, him not going for the 3rd straight year, I don't think there's anything to really gain there. We put out some of his stats earlier in the week. This kind of shocked me, and I kind of had to do a double take. But Consta Helenius, for a 19-year-old, is on pace for the 2nd most points ever in the AHL.
Are you serious?
I'm dead serious. Now, there's some asterisks on that. Most times when a player is scoring a shit ton in the AHL, they get called up, which is, the case for, a lot of those players. I know I'm trying to pull up the leaderboard now. Like Mikko Rantanen had like 60 points. Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Mikko Rantanen had 60 points in 52 games as a 19-year-old. That's 6th all time. Oh, look at that. Didn't even expect that. Who do you think number 1 all time was?
Mitch Marner.
JJ Peterka.
Wow.
Really? 68 points in 70 games. I didn't even catch that on my first go around.
Wow. Well, it definitely sounds like he played more games. He wasn't even a point.
Yeah, I mean
not
if you
that-
go down the
it's
list,
it's still an incredible season,
yeah.
but he wasn't a point per game. Where Mikko Rantanen was way over a point per game.
yeah, Peterka was .971 points per game. That would be 9th all time. Helenius is 10th highest point per game by a 19-year-old ever. But yeah, Spezza had 54 points in 43 games. William Nylander had 45 and 38. Then Rantanen, Philip Tomasino, Lucas Reichel both had high point per game seasons. Then Brian Lawton, Pavel Dimitra, Alex Holtz, Lindy Ruff's former enemy. But Helenius is just he's torching the AHL this year. He does not have anything to gain from going to the World Juniors, other than playing for his country is obviously still a big deal, but from a development perspective, he's knocking on the NHL's door. I mean, if it were up to me, he'd be on the roster now. I think you put him on the roster. I think he helps you more than Jack Quinn does right now. I don't think that's a very outlandish,
controversial take.
I don't think that's controversial. I know Quinn scores, but like,
how ethically?
We were sending his RAPM chart around today. You have to expand the Z-score axis to see how bad his defensive metrics are. It is rough.
It's not good. Put him. I could compare him and Chandler Stevenson. It's like, talk about sea of red. We all have Santa hats on in our screens right now. I saw more red on that other page.
I'm trying to find the quote right now because Yarmo made a statement about Hellenius staying.
Yeah, I think he did a whole interview in Finnish, and the translation was going around.
Maybe it was someone else, but it was basically what he was saying was that with how good he's doing, we think he's pretty close. So he kind of hinted at it could be this year, but he also did say even if it's next year, like we just think this development's really important, and he's playing very good right down there right now. So I think he just alludes to the confidence they have in him, and that he's definitely a part of their future. And that, I mean, right now, obviously we're missing Zucker and Kulik, but other than that, pretty healthy. If I think another injury would happen, Hellenius could easily be the next guy up.
Yeah, I got the quotes pulled up here. We have decided that Hellenius is focusing on playing here. He's really close to the NHL pace. He's playing excellent through the AHL. He's just leading players and playing big minutes. Konsta has already played in 2 World Championships. Of course, it would be great for the Finnish team to be involved, but the most important thing for his career is to focus on games here. He is very close to the NHL place. For young players, you always have to remember that if we raise him to the NHL, then we would rather want to get him a good place of evidence. Must also be open to a place to get into such a role that his strengths can emerge. It's pointless to take a player at his level here to play the fourth line for 8 minutes in the game and then think it didn't really look terribly good. Translation is not perfect here, so if it sounds like broken English, that's why. But basically Kekalainen saying he's close, but at the same time he does not want to throw him in an fourth line 8-minute role, right off the bat. I will say I disagree with that if they're in the hunt come March. Like if we're post trade deadline and Hellenius is still doing this scoring, I don't care how many minutes he plays at the beginning, or just demote Jack Quinn to the fourth line or whoever.
Demote him a healthy scratch.
Even I'm not saying I want Ostlund to move down, but the one game he played on the fourth line, he looked very good. Like I think you have some guys who can play fourth line minutes and still be effective.
Yeah, if you're getting to playoff race territory, like if you're chasing a playoff spot legitimately in the final month and a half, there's no reason to keep him down. I think, especially should Yuri Kulik still be out. If they decide to trade Alex Tuck, I think you're going to need all the forward help you're going to get. But I think that's basically it. That's all I got. 6-game heater. Front office changes.
Can't
Christian,
believe this is my life. Smiling through it all.
He gave us one story. Do you have a Christian cafeteria for today?
Wait, I just want to quick say, Jonas sent this during the pod. Chinakhov was scratched tonight for the Blue Jackets.
I did see that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just said you sent that, but I think that is something to note.
More noticing.
Sorry to interrupt Christian's cafeteria.
No, you're good. It's going to be a brief one because unfortunately, I didn't try anything new. But I did want to touch on my experience with the beer Sabre because I didn't get one.
Or lack thereof.
Yes, lack thereof. Because and you know what? I got to give it to our fan base out there. You guys love a
I don't know if
transportation device, man.
I don't know if it's circulated, but they closed off the line before puck drop. I didn't see anybody saying it out there. They were done letting people in line before.
Earlier into the episode, we alluded to we had a meetup, and it was unplanned because it was. So we get there. Me and my girlfriend go to the game. It's maybe 15 minutes before puck drop. We're walking through the concourse. She wants to get pizza, so she steps out of line, and I'm like, all right, I'll meet you down by 116 because I'm going to get in line for the beer saber. I get over there, and the line is just wrapped down the hall, and I'm just like, I'm not waiting in this. Like, I'm going to be here all day. Like, I remember JP was telling me it was like 45 minutes, and I'm just like, this is absolutely ridiculous. And then out of nowhere, I see these two walk by, and I just like tap them on the shoulder. I'm like, I'm not waiting in this. And they're like, no, this is like short. This is like a 10-minute wait. Like the last time it was wrapped like all the way down across, like all the way at the end. And I was like, are you serious? And then I want to say 2 minutes later, and we were still kind of standing there talking. There's a security guard like right behind us, and all of a sudden he just calls out, no more beer sabers. We're sold out. We're done. And I'm like, you got like, and I was thinking about jumping into the line at that point because I was like, oh, 10 minutes? I'll do 10 minutes. Nope. Before puck drop, they sold out of beer sabers, and I didn't get one. And the one thing I didn't like, they should have limited it to one per customer because I saw so many people walking around. There's like 4 of them, like 2 in each hand. I'm like, you got really? Come on. Get one and just pour your beers into the one, dude. Like, stop being selfish. Now I'm not going to get one to the spring, so thanks. I'm talking to all you people out there who are getting multiple.
Can you blame him, though?
Yeah, you wish that was you. You wish that was
I do wish it was me.
Jonah was saying to me, let's go get another one. I was like,
I was like, let's do it. This line's short. Can resell it on Facebook? No, I'm just kidding. Wouldn't have done that. I'm not evil. I'm
Put it
not
on
evil.
eBay.
Let
me see if there's anything on eBay right now. Actually, I'm curious. This is part of the segment. I'm gonna look this up right now. I'm gonna see if there is a beer saber on eBay somewhere.
I will say, at first I didn't realize that they were coming back in the spring because I know they announced that this would be the last game. I think it's incredible that they said they were going to have it for every Friday and Saturday game for the rest of the season, and it took them 3 games to run out. So I think it's impressive from the fan standpoint that there is such a demand. But at the same time, like, how many did you order? Like, you said you would have them for the rest of the season, and it took 3 games, and they're already gone.
There's some on eBay.
They did say limited. They did say it was limited until supplies last. They said.
How much was it in the arena? How much was it to get a beer saber?
2 of them were like $57.
Okay, so one of them is
like 28,
28, 29.
20 and a half.
How much do you think this one's going for? I'm looking at right now.
50.
Like $40.
$149.99.
Oh my god! Somebody arrest that guy. Somebody arrest that guy. That's evil.
Shameless.
That is
shameless.
completely
That's going
shameless.
there, buying it, and then
100.
selling it for a profit. That's ridiculous. That's shameless.
These people are evil.
I'm gonna message this guy, tell him to go, you know what, himself.
Go lowball him if you could bid.
Give
Give him like a $5 offer.
Unbelievable. Like, look. I don't even know if you could see that.
Yeah.
$149.99.
I don't see the price. Where's the price?
What the hell? Where's the price? Oh, my bad. Let me scroll down.
Good
that's
Lord.
crazy.
That's evil. That's triple the price. Like quadruple the price.
Like, if this is the only season ever with them, in 5 years, I could see someone selling it for that. Not while it's still being sold.
Absolutely not. The only people.
But wait, I have an idea. What if we sold ours?
Those are priceless.
We slap a TSR sticker on there, bump it up to 200,
The only thing I could
and
see
autograph
maybe
it. Oh man, we could jack up if we autograph.
Yeah, our
Beer
signatures
saver?
are worth that much.
Maybe some displaced fans, like one of them will get desperate and be like, man, I really want one, but I couldn't get out to Buffalo to see a game, so I'm just going to buy it.
Whose goddamn signatures are on this thing?
Let me scribble these off.
But yeah, that was my experience at my latest Sabres game, so that'll wrap this segment up.
Do you have a score?
What?
Do you have a score?
A score of my experience?
Your experience, yeah.
Yeah, 0 out of 5. What am I ranking stuff out of? 5, 10, 0?
I don't know. I figured maybe seeing us would have boosted your score a little bit, but that's okay.
Okay. 0.5 out of 5.
All right. On that note, JP, 6-game winning streak. Got a chance to extend it to 7, possibly 8, possibly 9. I don't want to get too carried away. Take us away with the weekly preview.
This is probably the most we've talked about the two teams that we're going to face before I've gotten to this. I mean, we've talked about it a lot earlier in the episode. We're at Ottawa tomorrow night, which is Tuesday, and we are at home Saturday versus Boston. At Ottawa, this is the first Norris-Cousins game because it's the first game that both are healthy, meaning Norris is healthy.
Knock on wood.
A rematch. Knock on wood. This is Norris's return to Ottawa, so I think he's going to get a welcome return, and good for him. The Ottawa fans have always been pretty happy that he's been doing well. The Senators are 18-13-4, fifth in the Atlantic. They are currently on a 4-game winning streak, so we have a combined 10-game winning streak coming into this game out of the two teams. They've beat Winnipeg in OT, Pittsburgh, Chicago, and Boston. We did beat them 8-4 earlier in the year. That was our first win of the year. And we are currently 2 points behind them. So this is a big 4-point swing, as we mentioned earlier in the season. But both teams are hot. Their power play is 5th in the league, which is not a surprise if you know some of the conversations I'm going to bring up. But their penalty kill is actually 31st. So hopefully our power play can stay hot. Goaltender matchup, I honestly don't know. I mean, UPL played so good last game.
They're going back to Lyon. Come on.
I don't know. He played
You
so
go back.
good.
I would be very upset if they. I wouldn't feel like not confident if Luukkonen didn't play, but come on. This should be Lions start.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I don't know.
I feel like you're just trying to rage bait Christian again.
I'm not really. He played very good last game. Like
yeah, blind squirrel analogy.
And then they have Linus Ullmark and Levi Marilainen. Ullmark is 14-8-4, in 884, 2.85 goals against, negative 7.6 goals save above expected. This is second last in the league. The only person behind him is Jordan Binnington. In his career against us, he is 4-3 with a .918 save percentage and a 2.61 goals against. Marilainen is 4-5 and 872, a 3.4 goals against, negative 5.4 goal save above expected, which is fifth last in the league. They have the worst goaltender duo in the league, and somehow they have a positive goal differential, and somehow they're ahead of us, even though they've gotten worse goaltending. So it's actually kind of impressive that they are where they are when they have two of the worst in the league. Injuries, Thomas Chabot was just taken off IR after being out for a month. They have a bunch of guys. They have a few guys on that are day-to-day, Tyler Clevin and Shane Pinto. Pinto was placed on the IR and isn't expected to return until after Christmas. And then Lars Eller is also out and should return early January. Stützle is having a very good year. He has 17 goals and 21 assists in 35 games. Batherson has 14 goals and 21 assists. Jake Sanderson is doing what he does, has 19 assists and 26 points. Claude Giroux is still going. He has 24 points. Brady Tkachuk was hurt earlier in the year, but he does have 16 points in 15 games. Fabian Zetterlund, I actually initially had him down here to kind of crap on him because Senators fans have hyped him up so much. He only has 9 goals and 7 assists in 25 games, which is still solid. But as I went to do my research, in his last 15 games, he has 8 goals, which is first on the team. He's first on the team in goals for percentage and second on their team in 5v5 shots. So Zetterlund is actually hitting up, which might be one of the reasons why they're on a win streak right now. former Sabres, Dylan Cousins. He has 11 goals, 16 assists. 15 of his 27 points are on the power play. He has kind of become a power play specialist over there, but I think he has actually been playing pretty good at 5-on-5, at least per Jonah, because I was talking about him the other day, and I think he is driving play and playing pretty good. And his last game, he actually did have a goal and 2 assists, so he's also having a good little stretch. They also obviously have Linus Ullmark, which I just mentioned, and Dennis Gilbert is in the organization. Christian's GOAT. He's only played 1 game this year, and he was a -1. I think he's been sent like up and down throughout the year. My key to this game is to end the Senators' win streak and get up to 5 in a row. And I think it would also be awesome if Josh Norris would score in his return. Then the Sabres have their 3-day break with the holiday, and then they are at home versus Boston Saturday at 7 p.m. This game is on MSG. The Ottawa game is also on MSG. I don't think I mentioned that. The Bruins are 20-16-1, third in the Atlantic. They are on a 3-game losing streak, losing to Edmonton, Vancouver, and Ottawa. They have beat us twice already this year. That was the 3rd game of the year, and then the overtime game the day before Halloween. They play in Montreal tomorrow night, and we are currently 3 points behind them. So that game tomorrow night is pretty big, with that being another in-division matchup. And then us facing them, that's another 4-point swing match. So both these games are against Atlantic Division opponents. Their power play is 7th. Their penalty kill is 20th. Their goalies are Jeremy Swayman and Jonas Korpisalo. Swayman is having a very good year, 14-9-1, 906, 2.78. He's 4th in the league in goal save above expected at 17.3. Or on the other hand, Korpisalo is 7th worst in the league at goal save above expected. He is 6-7 and an 880. Their injuries, they have a bunch of guys who are day-to-day, including Henry Jokiharju, who hasn't played in a game since November, but it's possible that he could return against us. Also, Victor Arvidsson, Jonathan Asprat, Matij Bloom, Michael Callahan, and Jordan Harris, they're all also day-to-day. Pasternak has 25 assists and 39 points in 32 games. Morgan Geekie has the 2nd most goals in the league with 25 goals and 39 points in 27 games. He's having a breakout season. He's 2nd in the league in goals, and he's still 5 goals behind Nathan McKinnon. Pavel Zacha has 26 points, Lindholm has 23, and McAvoy has 19. Former Sabres, good old Casey Middleset, has 15 points in 27 games. Jokiharju, he has 6 points and is -5 in 25 games. And Nikita Zadorov has 13 points. He's a +14 in 37 games. He also has the most penalty minutes in the league with 80. That's 11 higher than the next closest, which is Mikko Rantanen, dirty player over there in Dallas. Key of the game, maybe keep the winning streak going, but honestly play good defense. Swayman's one of the better goalies in the league. Might be a low-scoring affair, and shut down that top line. Morgan Geekie, 2nd most goals in the league, and Pasternak. So, like I've said, both matchups we had against them, if you can shut down that top line, you're going to shut down their offense. But that's pretty much it. Just 2 games this week. Both 7 o'clock games, one Tuesday, one Saturday, at Ottawa on Tuesday, and we are home Saturday. And I'm sure that barn will be packed. And if we are going into that with a 7-game win streak, the vibes will be very high.
The things I would do for that, man. The things I would do.
High demand game. That's it.
All right. Nice work. What is one thing the Sabres should ask from Santa? I think you're muted, Christian. I think you muted yourself.
Sorry, my bad. A playoff berth.
I don't think you can
We can
wrap
defer
that and
the-
put it. I don't think you can
could-
put that under a tree.
You can, yeah, you can. It's just a gold ticket. So you could admit it at the beginning of April.
You can swap places with one team.
Yep.
I'm gonna swap with the Colorado Avalanche. We will play the Western Conference because that conference is horrible.
Yeah, very top heavy, and the bottom is very ass.
Yep. What about you, JP? What should the Sabres want under their tree?
Good health. Kulik, Zucker, and hopefully some other guys. Good health.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Personally, I hope I find an Alex Tuck trade under my tree.
Yeah,
But that's
waiting
just
for
me.
that. Waiting for that.
All right, folks. I think that's going to do it for us. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. We will be back probably on Sunday. Hopefully about 2 more Sabres wins. Hopefully about an 8-game winning streak. Wouldn't that be something?
Man, I'm just gonna dream about it tonight, and then hopefully it becomes reality.
We're going to manifest it.
We're gonna manifest.
It's the Bills too. City of Buffalo's on what, an 8-game win
They're
streak
on
right
fire,
now?
man. They're on fire.
Did the Bandits lose recently?
I'm not. I haven't been following them actually. So far.
Wow.
Yeah, like Christian said it earlier. You just get tired of winning. I mean, they already three-peated.
All right. Well, until next time, we'll leave you guys with that. If you want to follow us on Twitter, you can follow us at the Sabre Report. Also on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at the Sabre Report. If you listen to this on YouTube, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Tell us what you thought down in the comments down below. Tell me about this Sabres winning streak, what you're thinking about it, and everything moving forward. If you want updates for the pod, you can follow us on Twitter at Sabre Report Pod. Go give our friends over at the Buffalo Sports Talk podcast a listen. Very ugly win by the Buffalo Bills this week, but they pulled it out, and our friends over at BST will have a good recap and big preview going into this week's game versus the Eagles.
And they just clinched a playoff spot with the
How
Colts
about that?
going out. So
There we go.
We reported it live. We got it before BST.
actually, I'm pretty sure they're recording.
I think they're
now,
recording
too,
right
so.
now. Yeah.
So stay tuned for that episode coming out tomorrow. If you made it this far, once again, thank you guys for listening. Merry Christmas. I hope Santa is kind to everybody, and I hope that the hockey gods are kind to the Sabres. So until next time, take care. And as always, go Sabres.
Happy holidays. Go Sabres.
Happy holidays, go Sabres.